Hello everyone, I've got a Your Creative Studio unboxing for you today. Now this particular set is called the Vintage Orchid Melody box. So that's the business card that came with it. So let's take a peek inside and see what we've got. Of course, everything is wrapped in this beautiful tissue paper as always. And for anybody who's interested in any of the Your Creative Studio vintage boxes, I'll leave the link to where you can purchase them from in the description box below. But let's have a look and see what we've got inside here. So let's have a look and see what's inside this box. Let's take the package out, and I'm just going to take these and open them one by one. So let's start off with this one here. Flowers Small Town, this is called. And if I hold it up, we've got a bit of glare. In fact, actually, let me take it out of the plastic packaging because you'll be able to see it a whole lot better. So these are the designs which are shown on the back. So let's have a look. Let's take these out. As you know, I love to use the packaging on these. They're just ideal to use for your backgrounds. We have got some really pretty papers. In fact, let me hold it further up to the camera so that you can see it. I love this one. Isn't that gorgeous? So very pretty pinks. We've got some plain pages and some beautiful vellum as well. In fact, if I put the vellum on there, you'll be able to see it a whole lot better. So really pretty. Lots of different sizes as well. So paper and vellum. So we've got lots of these. These larger ones are absolutely gorgeous as well. So let's see if we can think of some ideas as to how we can use these in our journal. So that's the first package. We've got this box here, which is one of the matchstick style boxes, I do believe. Isn't that packaging absolutely gorgeous? I love the colour of that. So that's what it looks like on all sides. And of course you could upcycle this once you've used the contents as well. Now these are natural paper, they're labels. These are really, really pretty. And we've got 1, 2, 3 of each design. I love this one. That's gorgeous. So 3 of those as well. They're really quite nice and thick as well. So you could use these for tags. You could maybe watercolour these. It feels a bit like watercolour paper. We've got this design here. These, whoops, they've all gone flying. Hold on a second. Let me just grab these back. We've got these ones here which you could use for your journaling. We've got these ones which are really pretty. A plain, oh no, we've got this one here. Mine seem to have gone a bit of a awry because I've dropped them. But you can see sort of the general designs. This pretty candy pink one here, a lilac one. These, so numerous different designs of these. I think those are just lovely. We've got 3 packages of cling stamps, so let's have a look and see what we've got here. We usually have lots of different sizes, so let's see if I can get these open efficiently. So this is one of the larger ones. Isn't that beautiful? I'm not sure which way round that goes. Absolutely gorgeous, and I'll stamp these out for you so that we can see what these look like. We've got another package here. We've got some smaller ones in here. These are gorgeous as well. I don't think it really matters which way round you have these, but yeah, those are pretty. I'll have to take the cellophane off so that you can see what these are like. And then let's have a look at the third package as well and see what's in here. Another large one. Isn't that gorgeous? And again, you could use it that way up or that way up, whichever way you think suits you. I've stamped the stamps and I just used some black, jet black stays on ink. So this is what they look like. And I honestly don't think it matters which way round you have these. The detail, as usual, is excellent, really, really good. Next up, we've got the usual washi tape, and I've already taken the liberty to open this and stick it down to a sheet of paper. So let me just show you the design in more detail. I think that's really pretty as a border. The next item in the box is this paper clipper, which I'm really intrigued by because I've never seen one of these before, so I've got absolutely no idea how this works. We've got these clips, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these clips. And looking at the pictures on the back, it's all in Chinese. I'm presuming that it holds pieces of paper together. So, you know, maybe for making little notelets to tuck inside your journals. I don't know. I'm going to have to go away and do a bit more research on this, which I'll come back with at the end of the video. We also have this Your Creative Studio paper ephemera here. So it's one of their own designs. These look like envelopes to me, but we'll see as soon as we open them. And as you know, I keep all of this packaging because it's just so lovely to work with, and you know, saves popping it into landfill. So let's have a look. Yep, these are envelopes, and these are really cute and dainty, aren't they? So we've got 2 of each design. So let me just quickly flip through these. So great for adding to your journals again. So that's those. Really like those. We also have this little paper pack here. Let's just open this. I always like to show you the packaging because it's just interesting to know how things arrive. So we've got this little belly band that we might be able to use. And then it's one of these little booklets with things, you know, just papers in here. I found the end of the rainbow. So we've got lots of little bo peeps. So we've got lots of different music designs by the looks of things in here. Great for using for backgrounds. We've also got this paper pack. Let's see what's inside here. We've got this vellum sheet. That's really interesting. Not very easy to see it on its own, but you can see how you could easily layer it, which is just lovely. And again, more music sheet. This is really thin paper, great for collage. The land where poppies bloom. So, you know, these are really nice to use. I like the shape of these as well. But, you know, you can tear them up if you want to as well. Looks as if we've got a couple of each designs, or... no, are they individual? I'm not sure, but as you can see, sort of, you know, lots and lots of different ones for you to choose from. Oh, I like that one there. That's unusual, isn't it? So that's that. We've got some of the Your Creative Studio postage style stamps in their own design. And what I like about this is that we've got some quotes as well. Memories, festivity, celebration, etc., etc. You can see those there. We've also got another one of the Your Creative Studio sets as well, and these are the ones that are pre-cut for you. So we've got some postage sets, some of these sort of scallopy designs as well, and you can always use the bits and pieces that are left behind. More postage stamps here. There's lots of these, and the paper is really nicely textured. So in fact, let me just pop that there. I'm running out of space to put things. And then I think finally we've got the beautiful paper pack, and this is always my favorite of any of these sets. So you get 6 sticker sheets, 6 vellum papers, 6 art papers, and 6 pattern papers, and it's just 6 of each that are repeated, but the quality of these is just usually beautiful. So let me just open this again. I'll be keeping this. Hang on, let's just pop that behind, just because these are really nice to use for postcards, you know, whatever you want to use them for. Here are the different designs. Let me pop that off to one side and give you a quick flip through of these. So 6 different designs. Aren't they pretty? 4, 5 and 6, and then you get them in the different papers. My favourites are these textured papers, which I absolutely love. So let's see if we can put some ideas together with this beautiful box. I've been away for a few days because I came down with a stinking cold, which we must have picked up either on the plane or in the taxi on the way back from our holiday, because Stephen was sat next to a chap that coughed and spluttered all the way back, and then the taxi driver that drove us back from Birmingham Airport was exactly the same. So I've just been feeling pretty rubbish over the past few days, so if I sound a bit nasally, that's the reason why. Anyway, I thought we'd start off by doing something with some of these vellum pages, because I get asked in nearly every single Your Creative Studio unboxing for more ideas for using vellum. So I was thinking that we could maybe use this one here, which is quite plain, and overlay it onto a piece of music paper, which just gives it a little bit more detail. I want quite a bright one. Maybe this one here would be better. Let's have a quick flick through. What else have we got? No, I think it will be sort of either one of these two. Does it really make any difference which one? I think I'll go with the first one that I picked up. So I'm just going to stick this down, and I think I'm going to use some glue tape to do that. Now I think I want to do something with this double page spread here. So let me just move those out of the way for the time being and clear myself some space to work on. I'm going to take this out of the journal because it'll be easier for me to work on. Let me just leave that open so that I remember where it needs to go back in. And it's this side here. So what I think I'll do, that's what it looks like on the other side. Aren't those pretty? So what I think I'll do is start off by gluing this down, just using a Pritt stick. It's slightly smaller, but that doesn't matter because the vellum will then go over the top. And I've just used my regular Pritt stick and a piece of parchment paper to glue it down. Let me stand up to do this just to make sure that I get it in the middle. I've just put plenty of Pritt stick all around the outside. There we go, that will do. I'm not going to overthink it too much. And then I'm going to use my double-sided red score tape to stick this down on top, and I'm going to use the top there as my guide, and then I can trim the excess off the bottom, but isn't that pretty? And then I'm just going to take my scissors and just make sure I burnish this down, because it'll just make the score tape easier to get off. And I can see as well that now I'm slightly longer on this side, and if I don't trim it now, I'm going to end up with a horrible sticky mess to deal with. So I'm just going to take a slither. There's nothing on the other side, so I'm just going to take a slither just off this right hand side. I've already tested this and that is absolutely perfect, so there we go, eyeballed that. And the easiest way to get this off is to just use your all pokey tool, as I always call it. And let's start off with that first. And I'm just going to line this up at the top. I'll go off camera and do this because otherwise my head's going to be in the way. And now that the top is glued down, I can just take the other side and the bottom off and just stick the rest down. There we go. This is such an easy way to get the tape off. Whoops, my tags come off from the other side. And there we go. Now that that's glued down, you can see all that lovely pattern. So I just need to chop off this bottom edge. And then I thought I could use one of these little envelopes as a little tuck spot and make something to pop inside. Which colour do I want to use? I don't like the purple in that one, and I think that's a bit too bland. Don't like the purple in that one. That one's quite nice. Not sure on that one, and the green ones are the same, so it is either the green or that one there. I think the green offers more of a contrast, I think. That one's just a bit too samey. Let's go with this one here. And I'm just going to use some art glitter glue just to glue all around the edge. I know that I'm covering some of it up, but you know, hey ho, something's got to be sacrificed. So let's stick that down. So now we want something to go inside. So I thought I could maybe use one of these papers and make myself a little tag. Which one do I want to use? That one's a bit too plain, I think. Let's get rid of that one. That's the same as the one I've already used. So I think that I want to use one of these. They're all upside down. I really like this one here. I just like the pattern on that, and that's going to poke outside the top to give me a little bit of detail. So I think that's the one I'm going to go with. I've cut myself a tag shape which measures 3.5 by 5.25. That's about the right size, and I want to make sure that I've got this flower here at the top, and that I've got room to punch a hole. So I think that's going to be about right. And what I'll do is I'll just make myself a pencil mark so that I know where to cut, and I'm just going to go and cut this on the paper trimmer. So that's about right. So I'm just going to apply my glue on the back and then just stick this on. I'm going to keep these little bits as well because those are just great for using for masterboards. I haven't made a masterboard in absolutely ages. Then before I do anything else, I just want to add some distress ink. I'm using frayed burlap just to go around the edges like so, and then I just want to add just a little bit of detail on the back. Whoops, where's it gone? And I'm going to use a brush to do this, and just to distress it slightly because it looks a bit too clean. And there we go, that's just grunged that up a bit on the back. So I just want to punch a hole. Oh no, hang on, it's the larger one I want. And I think that's about the centre. And let's have a look. What colour eyelet do I want to use? I think one of these here, that will do fine. So let's just squeeze that in. There we have it. And then I've pulled out a piece of trim that I thought would go really well with the colour scheme. It's got more sort of like a purplish pinky tint, which I thought would go really well with this flower here. And I'm just going to pop that through there, and it just adds a nice bit of interest on the top of my tag if I haven't got too short a piece to be able to pull it through. This was just an oddment left over in my bag. There we go, that will do fine. And then if I pop that in there, yeah, that looks lovely. I thought I could also use one of these words on the sticker pack, and perhaps memories. So I also thought that I could maybe stamp using this stamp here. I'm going to use my StazOn ink to do that. I also want a little stamp block just to be able to press it down. So let's just stamp this first. Make sure I've got plenty of ink on there. Oh, I can never get these to stick very well. Don't drop it on there, Nina. Let's pop this down first, like that. And then just put my stamp block over the top just to hold it down for a second or two, just to let the ink grab. That should do it. And then I can put my little word, memories I think I want to use. Let's just get rid of that. Let's take memories off. And where do I want it to go? There, I think. Have I got that in the centre? Pretty much. And then my tag can go inside the little pocket just like that, and I think that's really cute. And then we can slide the page back into the journal. It's getting a bit fat now, so more difficult to pull the pages in and out. But it's so much easier to work on them when they're outside of the journal. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So next I want to do something with this side of the page here. I want to carry on with the music theme on this page here, and I've got an idea as to how we can decorate this. That will fit nicely. You can see that I've already taken that out of the journal, so I'm just going to stick that down with some glue stick. And then I thought I could use some of the pretty papers from this little bundle here and just make myself a simple collage. I also want to use one of the little cards that was in this box, and I really like this one. So what I'm going to do is just layer these up. I want to trim this one down. I'm going to take it off to the paper trimmer, just make a mark with my pencil so that I know where to cut it, about there. This needs inking around the edges because it's just a little bit too stark. So I'm just going to add just whatever was left on my pad from when I used it before on this side of the page here. Just to tone it down, just a little bit. I think that's probably enough. And then I'm just going to glue these all together. So this one first, and then this one here, and we've got a nice simple collage, but still keeping that music theme and floral theme going. I love how this looks. I think the colours and the patterns are so pretty. It's really cohesive. So what I want to do next is do something on this double page spread here. Now, let's have a look. We've got this strip that was left over. Let's see where that came from. It came from there, if you can remember. So let's see if we can use this on this page here. Which way round does it go? I think I maybe put that one upside down. I think I think the music was upside down. So I think this time I'm going to put it this way round. I've also pulled out another piece of the music paper sheet, and I'm going to glue this down like so. And then I'm going to make myself a really interesting focal image to go on the top. So we'll start off by doing that. So again, I just need to take this page out of the journal just to make it easier to work on, and stick these pieces down. Now, do I want it to go there or there? What do we think? I quite like having the music in there, so I'm just going to stick these down with a glue stick and stick this on. I like this jaggedy edge as well. I like this detail on the top, so that's what I'm going to start off by doing. That's glued down, and doesn't it look pretty? And then the next thing I want to do, you can see I've already folded this to see if it's going to fit. I want a piece of the music paper and another piece of the vellum. And what I'm going to do is just slot these inside here. And all I've done is, in fact, actually, I think I've got one the right way up, this one here, and this one the wrong way up, just so that when I make it into a little pocket, everything is on the right side. And what I was thinking is that I could maybe have a little pocket here. We've got this jaggedy edge. I'm just going to have to make sure. Let's just fold this down and then fold this here as well. And I want this as a little pocket to go inside my journal. I should use my bone folder really, just to make sure that that's nice and flat. And then this little extra piece here, once it's finished, I can trim off. But what I'm thinking is that that this can go down as a little pocket. I'll trim around this edge here just to get rid of this bit, and then it can go on side, and then it gives me just a little tuck to be able to put something inside. So that's what I'm thinking. So what I'm going to do is just use a glue stick now. I'll apply glue all over the back of this, and then just glue this down, and as soon as I've done that, I'll be straight back. I don't normally show you the glue bits because it's a bit boring. Everybody knows how to glue, but let me just show you what I'm doing, just so that everybody understands my method. So I'm just applying glue all over here, just with my glue stick. Glue stick works really well with the vellum, or at least Pritt Stick does. So, you know, that's a good one to know to work with vellum. And then I am just going to apply this to my piece of vellum. Which way round does it need to go? So one of them was upside down and one of them was the right way up. So yeah. So let's just see if I can do this. So I'm just going to fiddle around with it. Here we go. Use my bone folder. We've got wiggle room with the glue just to make sure that everything is in the right place. There we go. That's it. Let's just burnish that down really well. And now I can just go off and cut. In fact, actually, that one's going to be okay. It's this edge here I just want to cut around. So let me just show you what I'm doing. So I'm just going to cut this excess away. I'm just going to follow that wiggly line. I really like the shape of that. There we go. I might just make that a bit more wiggly. Oh gosh, I should have got my smaller scissors for this. It's not very easy with the bigger ones. Let's just make that a bit more wiggly as well, just so that it's not such a straight cut. And then that will be able to go inside. Let's just make sure that we burnish that down again. And then that's going to go on there like so. In fact, I might even get my corner rounder and punch the corners here. Let's do that. So let's just get the corner rounder and just round off those edges. It'll just make it a little bit softer, I think. So that will be there like that. And that will go on there. What do I want to do next? I think I just want to ink around the edges. So I'll go off and do that. Okay, so this is how we're doing. You can see that I'm making this up as I go along. Now, I want to stitch around the edges. I'm going to take this off to the sewing machine and stitch all the way around here. First of all, I just want to take my my EK corner rounder and just punch a little circle out here, not too big, just so that we can see more of that lovely music paper punch. Oh, you see, with vellum, it's hit and miss as to whether it's going to punch or not. I think I maybe need to sharpen my punch, but it doesn't matter because we've got the overall shape. So there we go. That will do absolutely fine. I can tidy that up in a minute. And I'm just going to, as I've said, take this off to the sewing machine and, you know, just to add some stitching for detail. This is what I've got so far. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. So that's my little pocket. Of course, the back side of the stitching is on here, which is unfortunate, but you know, that's just the way it goes. I've left some threads just because I've got threads on these pages here. So I think it keeps it in keeping. And I'm just wondering whether I could use one of these, which is lavender colour, which goes with all the colours in the background, just to cover up some of that stitching. And I'm just wondering whether I could use my corner rounder. Let's just do it, just to soften it a little bit. I think that's going to look really nice. And then I'm just going to ink around the edges and whoops, that's upside down, and just glue this down like this so that that's a focal image. And then by the time that's glued down, we've got this little pocket and we can tuck something inside there as well. I decided to add a little bit of stitching around the outside here. I've also inked the outside, so I'm just going to glue this on here like so. And then maybe we could add something to the back like this. I think that looks so pretty, and it's added a really nice focal image to this little envelope. That's now stuck down, and I'm just wondering whether we could add one of these stamps to the back. Of course, I've inked around all of this. Let's have a look. Are these both the same? I think they are. So let's take one of these off and just see if I could add one of these here. Let's see if I can get it in the centre. I think that's about right, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, I like how that looks. It's nice and bright. And then could we add another one of these little quotes, maybe joy? Let's have a look. There we are, joy. Isn't that fun? And then we just need to find something that we could put inside here, but I love the way that that looks already. So let's stick this down. Now, what shall I do? Shall I stick it flat, or shall I stick it on 3 sides here so that we've got a little tuck spot on the side? I think that's what I'm going to do because I haven't really done that before. So let's just add some glue just on the 3 sides here and stick it down. I like these threads as well. I think they just add something extra. So there we have it, and yep, just make sure that I've got this in the right place and stick this down there like that. The art glitter glue just dries really quickly, so then I've got a tuck spot here, and of course my tuck spot here as well. I just need to weight this down underneath the heavy book for a minute or two just for that glue to grab. I've popped my page back in the journal, so I just want something to fill the little tuck spots. Now, I've pulled these 2 cards out, and these were from the hydrangea set, which I unboxed a few months ago. If I remember, I'll leave the link to this one here in the description box below, because I do believe this is still available. But the colours are just so similar and in keeping that I thought some of the elements might go really well with this set here as well. So what I'm thinking is that one of these can go inside here and one inside the pocket. What I do want to do, because of course you can see the white on the other side, so I've pulled out a couple more pieces from the paper pack. I think these are going to go nicely. I thought with the green one, this one would just be perfect to go on the back, because of course we've got the roses at the bottom. This was the hydrangea stamp that came with the hydrangea kit. This was another one that we received. I think they're absolutely beautiful. So that one's going to team up with that one. And then this one, colour-wise, I think can go on the back there. So I'm just going to stick those down. So which ones do I want to place in here? I think I'd quite like that one showing through on the outside, just because I think the colour scheme goes so well there. Doesn't that look lovely? And then we can have this one inside the pocket. My hands are all wet. I can't bear it when I've used glue stick and I've got glue all over my fingers, so I'm always rushing off to the sink. So I will leave the link to the hydrangea pack in the description box below, because I do believe this one's still available as well. I want to think of something now that I can do with this page here. So thinking cap on again, and let's see what we can come up with. I've got an idea. I've pulled out 2 more pieces of paper here. I've measured my space, and I think that I can get away with something that is maybe 5 1/4 inches by, what did I think, 3 1/2. And I've pulled out these 2 pieces of paper here. I'm just going to cut both of these down on my paper trimmer by 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. And as soon as I've done that, I'll be back. I've cut my pieces down to size. I'm keeping all of these bits as well, so those all go into my leftovers pile. So those are the same size. Now I want to just cut a little pocket into this here, and I know that putting vellum through my circle punch just doesn't seem to work. It doesn't like it, so I'm just going to eyeball this make sure it's you know, pretty much symmetrical, and I'm just going to draw around this here, and I'm just going to cut this out with my scissors, and I think this will just make it a much neater job. There we are, and this was just a piece of cardboard that I had punched out. And now what I want to do is just go and sew around the edges, and I'm just going to start off at the top, sew all the way around here and back up the sides. I think that's lovely. I just love having the music paper underneath. It just adds so much more interest and dimension to the page. I mean, it's pretty as it is, but I just like it with the music paper underneath. You could use, you know, scrapbooking paper, whatever you have on hand. And I'm just going to use one of these little clips just to hold my paper in place so that it doesn't move around whilst I'm sewing. And so here it is. Of course, wouldn't you believe it, my bobbin ran out halfway through, but you know, that looks okay. My sewing is definitely getting better. So I'm just going to glue that down on the back there like that. You can see that I've already taken my page out of the journal. Did you see that? This is one of my favourite pages. We'll leave the link to this video here in the description box as well below, but I'm just going to stick that down, and then we need to make something to fill this pocket with and this paper bag pocket with too. Of course, keep all your scraps. We can use those for a masterboard later. Now what I want to do is make myself a tag. What size shall I have this? So of course this was 3.5. I don't know, maybe 2.5 by 4.5, something like that. So I'm going to cut this down, and as soon as I've decided on my measurements, I'll share them with you. You can see that this matches the paper underneath perfectly. So what I want to do now is just decide what size I want my tag to be, and then I'll keep it the same height, I think, but I need to trim it off at the edges. So as soon as I know my measurements, I'll share those with you in a second. But I just think this is so effective, and you'll see what I mean in a minute or two. Next thing I'm going to do is stick this down to a piece of craft cardstock. I'm just going to use a glue stick to do that. We can cut off the corners, do my usual thing, take the other piece, whoops, hold on a second, where did it go? Yep, take the other piece over to the other side, just so that that's the same. Cut that as well. There we go. We can do the same as we did before and use the crocodile just to punch a hole. I'm just eyeballing the centre. I think it's about there. Let's choose another eyelet. I think we'll use the same colour that we did before. At least I think this is the same colour. It doesn't really matter if it's not. Oh, hang on, it's just popped out. So pop your eyelet. This is a We Are Memory Keepers crocodile machine. I get asked about this all the time. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Give it a good squeeze. And so that's what it looks like on the front and back. Let's get rid of those bits that we don't need. I want some fibres just to go through the top, and then that will be our first tag to go inside. I've chosen a piece of seam binding. It's different to the purpley colour I chose before. I'm just trying to choose colours that match with the scheme of the papers I'm using. So again, let's just pop this through. Oh gosh, fingers and thumbs. And let's just pop that through there like that. Oh, I'll do this off camera because otherwise we're going to be here forever. Oh no, here we go. I've got it. I think I've got it. There we are. And I just love the way that that looks. So that will pop inside my pocket, and of course it matches perfectly. Now you can either try to match it up exactly, or just leave it like this. And I just love the fact that we've got the repeat of the pattern. That just looks so beautiful to me. I love it. Isn't that gorgeous? And of course I wanted something to put in the pocket here, so I've made this little, well, it's not really a tag, I don't know what it is, but we've got this beautiful image, and this is with the beautiful textured paper, and then I've got another piece of the music paper with Land Where Poppies Bloom. Of course, it's Remembrance Sunday here next weekend, and I just think that's going to be perfect, and so I just want that to go in my little pocket there like that. Isn't that just lovely? I'm not adding any more fibres or anything to the top of that. I just want it to poke out there in its own right. I think that's perfect. We've got enough. And so I'm just going to pop this back into my journal. Don't those pages just look so lovely together? And you can see I've got a load of scraps here left over. We must do a masterboard. Now, where is it? I've got this page here as well, which has got these beautiful purple colours. And I am just wondering whether I can use one of these. This is the sticker paper. This is just the thin, normal, regular paper. And colour wise it just goes really well. This was one of those paper clip designs that I did, and we've got this beautiful cluster of purple pages together, so I'm just wondering whether we could do a journal card, something that would slip under here like this. And so I'm just going to put something very, very quickly together. Let me show you what I ended up doing. I pulled out a piece of coffee stained paper, and I used the sticker paper in the end, but I didn't take the backing off because it just gives it a little bit more weight. And you can see that I've added some stitches as well. Really like how that looks. So that will just tuck under there like that. And I just think, as I said before, that this pack really complements the hydrangea pack. So if any of you have got this one as well, then, you know, it's worth pulling out those bits and bobs that you've probably got left, like I have, and mixing the two. If I remember, I'll leave the link to the hydrangea unboxing and project share in the description box below for you. I'm leaving the video here for today. I did say that I was going to do something with this little contraption here, but I'm going to have to spend some more time figuring out how to use it. So I'll do that another day and use it on one of my up-and-coming projects. I do believe that Jessica from Paper Terrace, I was just trying to think of the name of her channel. I think she's done a separate video using this, and I think I'm going to go and take a look at that and use it for reference, because I'm absolutely rubbish when it comes to reading instructions, and you know, that's just gobbledygook for me. So do go and check that out. If I can find the video, I'll leave the link to that in the description box below. But let me just give you a flip through of what we've done today. So of course we've got this here, and then where do my pages start? We've got this lovely tag where I use the envelope as a little pocket tuck spot. We've got this page here. I think the colours are so pretty. My little envelope where I've used some of the vellum paper. So I've really gone full out on the vellum today with these little cards inside. That one there, and then this one here, which I backed with some of the pretty rose paper. And then of course this little pocket here. And so we've got a tag that I made, and of course this little journal spot, whatever you want to call it. I just love the decoration of this. Now, as many of you know, I don't really do written journaling as such, and I do get asked in nearly every one of my Your Creative Studio videos, what do I use this journal for? It is just created for the fun of it, but it's also a really good ideas journal. So, you know, for those of you that do make journals to sell, hopefully it's just given you some ideas as to how you can use some of the projects from Your Creative Studio to put in your own journals. I mean, there's quite an eclectic mix of all sorts here. Absolutely love this shaker card. You'll find the link to my playlist as well in the description box below. So if you're interested in watching any of the other videos, then, you know, do go and check that out. But I'm leaving it there for today. Hope you've enjoyed the video and it's given you some ideas. All I can say is if you enjoyed it, I'd very much appreciate a thumbs up. But most importantly, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.